Welcome to CBTV.
Part 2. Describe a rule that is important in your school or at work. You should say what the rule is. If people break this rule, what will happen? Why do you think this is an important rule? Alright, let me tell you about this one rule at my IELTS teaching status that really stands out. It's all about punctuality. Yeah, you know, the old time is of the essence kind of thing. In our school, being on time for classes is not just encouraged. It's pretty much the number one rule. It's like both teachers and students have to learn to respect their own time and that of others. Here's the deal. If a teacher or a student is late without a valid reason, they have to face some consequences. For students, it could mean missing out on crucial parts of the lessons and a small fine. And for us teachers, well, it's much more serious. We might get a formal warning, or in extreme cases, even face a salary cut. Sound harsh, I know, but there's a good reason behind it. Punctuality, you see, is a big deal in our line of work. It sets the tone for the entire class. Being on time shows respect for others' schedule and commitment to education. Imagine you're all wrapped up to learn and then you have to wait around because someone couldn't watch the clock. It throws everyone's off, right? I remember this one time, I got stuck in one of those infamous traffic jams in the city. I thought I had planned enough buffer time, but no, it wasn't enough. I ended up being 10 minutes late, and the look on my students' face when I walked in. Let's just say, I could tell they weren't thrilled. That day, I realized how important it is to stick to this rule. It's not just about avoiding penalties. It's about showing commitment and setting a good example. After that little mishap, I've been extra cautious with time, always leaving a bit earlier than necessary. Better early than sorry, right? Part 3. 1. What rules should children follow at home in your country? In Vietnam, it's pretty standard for kids to learn to respect elders from an early age. You know, basic stuff like greeting adults properly and lending a hand with household chores. If a child doesn't greet adults properly, this will raise a lot of eyebrows about the sort of upbringing he or she has. 2. On what occasion can children be forgiven if they don't follow some rules? Well, if a kid forgets to tidy up their room because they were up to their neck in school projects, that's a pass in my book. Or if they're a bit cheeky now and then, but their heart's in the right place, so then it's okay too. 3. What rules should people follow when using public transportation? The unwritten code of public transport. First off, it's a no-brainer to give up your seat to the elderly or pregnant women. Then, of course, keep it down. Nobody wants to listen to your phone blaring music or your loud chit-chat. And please, oh please, don't be that person who eats smelly food on the bus. 4. What kinds of rules do people need to follow in public places? Generally, it boils down to not making yourself become a nuisance to others. Keep the noise level down, don't litter. It's not rocket science, right? Basically, just be mindful of others around you. 5. What are the reasons that cause people to break rules? Sometimes it's just a spur of the moment thing, like jaywalking because you're running late. Other times you might feel like certain rules don't apply to you, you know. The rules are meant to be broken attitude. And let's not forget, sometimes people are just oblivious or they think they can get away with it. 6. When people break rules, how would they be punished in your country? It really depends on the rule they've banned or broken. For minor stuff like littering or jaywalking, it's maybe a fine. But for bigger no-nos like robbing and murdering, things can get serious fast, like getting jail time, and the capital punishment is a possibility.